Okay, so welcome back to another episode of the Blue Ridge Bonfire Tales from the Road, or should I say Tales from the Sea, because we are currently on our second ferry ride of the day as we complete our 1,300 kilometer road trip around Norway. And we had some things we wanted to talk to you about, but I think Matt should tell us what happened approximately 2 minutes ago when we got on the ferry.
We nearly died. I mean, there was a truck that came through onto this ferry because the ferry was like getting ready to leave, and like we were strolling up to it, and this semi came around the corner, and I mean, like brakes squealing,
Yeah,
hit the
leaning.
ramp, like he had gone pro, and he was not missing this ferry for sure, and it didn't matter whether we were in the way or not.
Yeah, there were only two things between him and that ferry, and it was us and a Toyota Pro Ace van and the sign that says ferry leaves from here, and he was willing to take out both.
It was crazy.
Like, it was a tense couple of seconds, and then he like just slides up in the ferry. The dude watching the ferry acts like, nothing ever happened. Like,
Points us to the other side.
yeah, he's like, oh, here's Trucker Bob back, almost taking out some tourists. So Matt, we first ferry ride was like 12 miles, but these things scoot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So initial impressions, and this will probably be a multi-parter because we won't have time for a whole episode here, but what sticks out in your mind about Norway?
These are the best tunneling people I've ever seen. I mean, this must be where all the trolls are.
The tunnel capital of the dwarves.
Dwarves.
Yeah, the tunnel capital of the world is undoubtedly Norway.
I have never seen so many tunnels in my entire life, and we live, like in Virginia, West Virginia, where there are tunnels.
Right, but nothing like this. Like
Nothing.
we hit in the first 2 days of driving, which was probably what, a grand total of 8 hours.
8 hours, but the speed limit here is
That's true.
Is like it's a max speed of like 45 miles an hour everywhere.
Yeah.
It's 80 kilometers an hour. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, because we'll punch in like our GPS where we want to go next, and it's like, oh, it's 94 kilometers. We're like, oh, it's going to take you 4 hours to get there every time. Honestly,
27 tunnels and two ferries.
I think that last ferry moved faster than the van does.
It does. It did.
But
for sure, it was.
we had a
not paying
tunnel
the speed limit.
yesterday that was over 12 miles.
Yeah.
And when we say 12 miles, it's not like a straight line. There's like curves and exits.
There's exits in the one tunnel today. There was the flipping exit in the middle of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like you're just going, and it's like these two lanes split.
You're 6 miles in, and it splits off. Like
Yeah.
underneath the ocean.
Yeah, that's true. We did have one today that had a 9% grade down because you were not only underneath the ocean, you were also underneath an island, and then a 9% grade back up. And I mean, there were people in there on motorcycles, and I don't see how they weren't choked out.
The exhaust fumes are impressive. It is really interesting. Been an interesting traveling here for
Yeah.
sure. The speed limits are a little tough.
It really helps you enjoy the scenery.
Yeah. Except the roads are narrow.
Yeah, there are like a lot of like 1.5 lane roads where when you meet somebody, you just see who's braver. Like, that's how you decide. Like, there is no like uphill, downhill right away. It's just who's willing to drop a wheel.
No, that's for sure. No,
Or
it's
not.
interesting. Yeah. It's been an interesting travel for sure. For sure they've got. This is where they keep all the dwarves. Because these people like to tunnel more than anything ever. You would think that they would be really good at sailing and stuff. No, digging tunnels.
Yeah.
These guys can dig tunnels like nobody I've ever seen in my life.
Why go over the water when you can go under it?
Oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
We even had some that were like car tunnels with like train tunnels where they're like opened up for a minute and you can see the train and then it like the train splits off. I mean, a little of everything.
It's really interesting for sure.
This is technically an Overlanding podcast. We've seen a bunch of Toyota Hiluxes, plenty of a couple Alu cabs, a bunch of like
Fidgeting.
Sprinter vans type things, like with campers, even some that look like the Echoes that the Freedom Van Go guys do that have like the box on the back of them.
Yeah.
Let me think here. Oh, Prados galore.
Good lord.
Like
stacked up like cordwood.
Yeah, there's a Prado in every block in
The
Bergen.
other thing is they can pick us out as Americans really well. The slick thing about this is they all speak English.
Yeah.
Which has been great, but they start speaking English to us right away. Like, they
like
know something
uncanny. Yesterday morning, Matt and I walked down to the gas station. We had like a little Airbnb and everybody was staying, and we were like, well, we'll not go down and get coffee. It was literally like this. Open the door, the attendant, hello. Like, how did you know instantaneously? Like, we're wearing puffy coats and boots and like, hiking pants like everyone else we've seen,
I think it's the hats.
Yeah, that's Matt's theory.
the
So I'm
hats
not
give
wearing
away.
one today to see if people speak more Norwegian to me.
Even in the car, they look at me through the car window and they start speaking English.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, here's the boat.
Yeah, here's what we're on.
If you can see it.
Yeah, and so Matt and I were wondering, do these things just run like 24/7? Because
Right.
like this is a relatively short crossing, and there's 4 on it right now. Like there's one ahead of us, and then one ahead of that one, and then this guy.
And I don't understand, like, you know, is there like a last boat out of town? Like, if you don't make the boat, like, where are
Right.
the islands off of Virginia there? Like off of Assateague and Chicoteague Island, and then there's the one that's out in the bay. Like, that's one where if like you miss the boat, you're screwed.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
gonna
there
spend
till
the night.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where these guys are like, I don't even know.
That's the other thing is we are in a literal sea of islands, but we're still miles from the actual ocean, like miles and miles from the ocean.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Like lots of little bridges and stuff from island to island, and then obviously the ferry crossings for the larger spots. Saw some fjords.
Fjords? Very
we've-
far up into the mountains, fjords.
Yeah, we've seen some really cool mountain passes. Lots of nice folks, some cool trucks, cool vans. But you know,
Everybody's been super nice.
yeah, we haven't seen any moose or reindeer,
No,
even
but
though there's signs.
everywhere.
Yeah,
There's moose crossing signs everywhere. Never seen a moose. It's
Yeah.
really disappointing.
yeah, and we're getting kind of south. So my thoughts on us seeing one are
The likelihood of moose
Yeah.
moose visuals are pretty low.
Now, so Matt, I want to not that any of our watchers or listeners have any qualms about your dietary preferences, but let's talk a little bit about what we've eaten as a collective group. I had a reindeer sausage from a street stand that was pretty good with
Yeah.
lingonberry sauce and mustard and fried onions.
I don't even know what lingonberries are, but
Yeah.
apparently they make a good sauce.
And last night we ate at a seafood place literally on the water in Bergen. We had some oysters.
You had oysters.
And mussels and like raw shrimp. Some of the girls got sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah.
A bunch of crab.
What did you have, Matt?
Laura got salmon.
Yeah.
I had a hamburger.
Yeah, the beef burger, which we learned it's important the word beef because Laurel got a bacon cheeseburger from like a little
Right.
market,
Which was
a pork tenderloin with
pork
cheese.
tenderloin with cheese on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's loosely translated.
Yeah, the
Bacon
burger
dish.
infers that it's a patty and like bread. It doesn't tell you what the patty is, right? I think that's what we should have realized.
Right.
And bacon.
And I had French
Pork.
fries. And
Yeah.
I've had pizza.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty much been it. A lot of bread. I've eaten a lot of bread.
You have. He's been like traveling with a loaf of bread on the dash. And oh, speaking of the dash, we're in a Toyota Pro Ace 9-seater. It's like a Sienna on steroids.
It is.
Dual sliders. Pretty good cargo room in the back.
Like a million miles a gallon. I don't even know what it gets, but it's like
Well, I mean,
it makes fuel.
we've literally driven halfway through our like 1,300 kilometer road trip, whatever it is.
And we were in a half tank.
And we were at a half tank. Yeah, and that was with like a serious mountain pass on day 2. I mean,
It's
like,
crazy. I mean,
way
but
up in the
45 miles an hour is probably pretty efficient.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's some kind of small refinery in the back. We just don't know where it is.
yeah, it's just making
Because it's just making fuel. It's crazy. I could totally get behind one of those
oh, because
if
you
they had anything like that.
nice flat floor. You could pull some
Yeah.
seats out of that thing.
100%.
Honestly, you could probably pull the third row out and have room to sleep in the back with the second row still in there.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because the back's huge. I mean, we got gear in there for
Oh, yeah. 7 people for 12 days.
7 people for 12 games, and that includes so Laurel's shooting a rifle match here called the Viking Trail. So that includes all of her shooting gear on top of it, which is not just
Yeah.
it's not like a duffel bag and which is what most of us have, a duffel bag and a backpack,
Yeah.
a piece kind of thing. It's like
So real
there are
quick,
2 giant gear bags and cases and all her shit.
not that by this point it won't leak out on, we'll have some teasers on Instagram, but we're getting close to the dock. But speaking of Blue Ridge gear, you want to show everybody what you got? Kind of like the testing?
This is we've been running this for a while here. This is new bag we've been playing with, or I've been playing with. This is the 3rd iteration.
Yeah.
Little piece of attachment on the bottom so you can run Molly or Velcro loops through it. Little attachment on the front, pocket in the back. So slick thing is these tabs turn into a chest rig.
Yeah.
So you can take it from sort of sling mode, which is what I've been carrying it now, to chest rig, which we'll do some video of.
And if you're familiar with the Jeep grab handle bag, it's got
Yeah,
the tensioner string that you can
So
adjust.
if you're wearing it as a chest rig, it just hangs out here.
Yeah. Velcro front and back, X-Pack. Oh,
And
big
these-
rear pocket.
Yeah, these cute little loops in the top to hold everything together. Pocket in the back. big enough to carry stuff.
Now, real quick, because we're getting close. I don't know if anyone knows what the Norwegian flag looks like, but it's a lot. We could Logan pop it up on the screen for us here. But see this kind of like on its side cross? It looks a lot like that. And
We had no idea.
designed that before we decided we were bringing this back here, and then it hit me. I was like, "Holy crap!" It was like they're gonna love it.
I don't know if they love it here, but I've been carrying it. It's working out pretty well. So
We're gonna run some that are navy blue and red, just to really seal the deal.
set it up.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to happen. But anyway, there will be some blue ones, but blue and black probably.
So,
But yeah, well, hey, thanks for taking the time for this section, and we'll spin up another one.
Yeah,
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that stuff that we forget to tell you, because apparently that helps other people see this, and if you don't want other people to see it, don't like and subscribe. I don't know.
we got 10 more days.
I don't know.
8 more days.
8 more days.
We're gonna be in Norway a while, so we'll have more episodes.
Yeah.
As always, thanks for watching.